Cool books for kids. Read out loud activity coloring books. Listen, learn, download and color. Cameron calls 911. Cameron was at home one day with his mom and dad. Dad was in the kitchen making supper and his mom was outside in the garden. Cameron was playing with his airplanes. One of them fell behind the couch and he couldn't reach it. He called for his dad, but his dad didn't hear him. Then Cameron saw the phone. Cameron's mom and dad had talked to him about calling 911 if he needed help. So he picked up the phone and pressed 9, then 1, then 1. A lady answered and said, 911, for what city? Cameron said, Calgary, and the lady said, do you need fire, police, or ambulance? Cameron told her that he couldn't reach his airplane, and then the lady asked to speak to Cameron's mom. You should never play with the phone, Cameron. And you should never call 911 unless you need the police, fire, or ambulance right away. 911 is only for emergencies, like if you're really sick or hurt, you see fire or smell smoke, or if you see someone else being hurt, Cameron's mom told him. Cameron's dad said, if someone who really needed help tried to call them, they might not be able to answer because they were on the phone with you. The next week Cameron was at Jackson's house. Jackson said, let's play with the phone. We can call the police and the fire department if we just dial 911. But Cameron remembered what his mom and dad had told him, so he said, 911 is only for when we need help. If we call when we don't need help, then people who really do need help might not be able to talk to 911. What if we need help with our homework or when my mom makes me eat Brussels sprouts? Can I call 911 for that kind of help? No, said Cameron. 911 is only for emergencies, when we really need the police, fire, or ambulance right away. If we were really sick or hurt, or if we saw a fire or smelled smoke, we should call 911. What about if we saw someone stealing? Asked Jackson. Would we call 911 then? Yes, said Cameron. If we saw that, we should call 911 right away, and we should call if we were being hurt or if we saw someone else being hurt. But how do the police or firefighters know where to go when we call? Do I tell them I live in the greenhouse on the corner? Jackson asked. I think there are a lot of greenhouses in Calgary, said Cameron. My dad said that I need to know my address, and if I'm not at home, I should know the address of where I am or look around for a street sign or building with a name on it. Okay, said Jackson. Maybe we could just dial 911 and then hang up before it rings, said Jackson. No, said Cameron. My mom told me never to hang up when I call 911, even if I did it by mistake. She said I should always stay on the phone and tell them I made a mistake. If we practice calling them and we don't have an emergency, then maybe they wouldn't be able to answer if someone called them who really did need their help right away. The 911 people are really nice, said Cameron. They didn't get mad at me when I called them last week. They just told me that I should only call if it was an emergency. They really like helping people. So Cameron and Jackson decided to play with their cars instead. And they always remembered to only call 911 if they really needed help from the police, fire, or ambulance. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more cool downloadable coloring activity books. Read out loud.